Alright, hi guys. Today in this video I'm going to go over how to read this mole map. This mole map is going to help you convert things from grams to moles, moles to liters, liters to particles. We're going to do so many mole conversions, and this map is going to help you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to color code, and I'm going to box. So I'm going to box particles, I'm going to box grams, liters, and moles. So for right now, this is all that I'm focusing on, what I boxed and what I'm going to talk about. For now, for this video, we're not going to worry about this. Later on, in another video, I will talk about that. Okay? So in the earlier lecture, we talked about what 1 mole is equal to. Okay? Let's see if you remember. 1 mole is equal to Avogadro's number, or 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23. Remember, this is a very large number. And so let's say, for example, we had 1 mole here. 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23. Guys, we're going to see this number so many times that you're going to memorize it somehow. Okay? So don't worry too much. Okay? And that makes sense. If you have 1 mole of anything, of any formula, you're going to have 6.02 times 10 to the 23 particles. Okay? And notice, let me take some of that ink off so you can see. You can see this in yours as well. Particles can be anything from atoms, molecules, or formula units. Okay, so sometimes these problems aren't going to be easy and they're going to say particles. No, sometimes they'll say calculate the number of atoms, calculate the number of molecules, or calculate the number of formula units. And all that, all those three go in this box. Okay, don't get too excited over that. We're going to do some more practice problems where we see that. Okay, so now let's go over what these boxes mean. Okay, so let me erase this right here, and I'm going to color code so that you can follow me along. So I'm going to use red for this. Okay, you don't have to do that with your paper. This is just for me to go over it with you. Okay, so let's say I want to convert. All right. Let's say I want to go from moles right here to grams. Okay, moles to grams. If I go from moles to grams, notice that as I'm drawing this arrow, I'm going down here. Moles to grams. Notice that I'm going in the same direction as this arrow right here. Okay, let me use a blue, maybe you'll see it better. Notice that I'm going in the same direction as this arrow. Okay, when I'm moving with the arrow, notice right here, this wording up here, we're going to multiply it. What am I going to multiply? I'm going to multiply moles times the molar mass to get grams. Moles to grams. So to get from moles to grams, I'm going to multiply moles times molar mass. Okay? Now, let's say I want to do the opposite. Okay? Let me use orange for this so you can see. Let's say I want to go from grams to moles. Now if I'm moving from grams to moles, notice that I'm going up here, and notice that it's the opposite of that red arrow right here. Notice this red arrow goes that way. I'm going against the arrows, opposite way. So when I move against the arrow, I'm going to divide. What am I going to divide? I'm going to divide grams by the molar mass to get the moles. Okay, and that makes sense. If I'm going to divide grams divided by, if you remember, molar mass has a unit of grams per mole, and usually these cross out and they just give us moles. Don't worry too much about this, don't fret, but just know the wording for this. Okay, so if we're going to multiply with the arrow, divide against the arrow. Okay, let me go back, do more examples. Okay, let's see, purple, that works great. So let's say I'm going to go from moles to liters. Okay, I'm moving with the arrow. So if I'm moving with the arrow, look up here. With the arrow, I'm going to multiply. What am I going to multiply? I'm going to multiply moles times 22.4 to get liters. Okay, I'm moving with the arrow. Now, if I wanted to go opposite, right? If I wanted to go from liters to moles, if I want to go the opposite way, now this is getting too messy. Let me go back. Too messy. I don't want you guys to get confused. Okay. Let's say I want to go from liters to moles. If I'm going from liters to moles, I'm going to go against the arrow, because notice I'm going against that red arrow, and I'm going to divide. Where am I going to divide? I'm going to divide whatever they give me for liters, because that's where I'm starting, by 22.4 to get moles. Okay. So let's go back here. Let's say I wanted to go from particles to moles. I'm going particles. They'll give me some number of particles, which could be atoms, molecules, or formula units. And I want to calculate moles. Notice I'm going to be going against the arrow again. You should already know. So I'm against the arrow. I'm going to divide. I'm going to divide whatever they give me for particles by this number. Okay. So essentially, you can do this for the entire moment. Okay. So essentially, later on, I can just go from moles to liters. Moles to liters, and you know you're going to multiply moles times this number. Okay. If I ask you to go from grams to moles, I'm going against the arrow, so I'm going to divide grams divided by molar mass. Okay. If you have any other questions, just comment on this video or message me on Schoology, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Next up, we're going to do more examples using this mole method.